CFED and City partnered to bring together a range of civil rights organizations that eventually became the Asset Building Policy Network. And each one of these organizations, NALCAB, PolicyLink, the National Council of La Raza, the Center for American Progress, the Leadership Conference for Civil and Human Rights, and the National Urban League, along with CFED and City, and the National Capacity Group, created the ABPN to begin to build a strong national policy agenda to close the racial wealth gap.
We think that asset building is a really critical part of any policy platform. In the Asian American Pacific Islander community, we've seen that in the wake of the economic recession that poverty has really grown by about 500,000 to 2 million. And we feel like this is a really distressing trend that we really need to address. And I think asset policy, provides us with some strategies to think about how we can address this poverty and create some economic security for people to think about sort of their future and future generations.
One of the main reasons why it's beneficial to come together is because in the nonprofit space, in many ways, there is this kind of deep segmentation in terms of African American interests, Latino interests, Asian interests. And so the ABPN does a great job of breaking down those silos, developing what is a framework built on shared racial fate, which is communities of color are suffering yet have great potential. And by collaborating, by working together, we can develop those principles and policies that benefit all of us. And by sharing data, we can actually influence policymakers to create the kind of progressive policies and progressive positions that will allow our communities to advance.
City supports asset building policy efforts in a number of different ways. We really think about how we can enable progress for different communities. If you look at some of the work we've done with the Asset Building Policy Network, for example, work that we're doing with the National Council of La Raza and National Capacity, we look at citizenship as an asset and how we move that forward. So what we've done is that we've provided a line of credit through a nonprofit intermediary to really test this idea of is citizenship an asset. And what we found is that providing this line of credit, providing legal services and assistance, and also providing financial education, individuals are not only able to pay for their citizenship fee, but they're also able to also build their credit profile, so also have a financial identity as well.
Building assets is fundamental to stability in our families. And while we have to think about education and health and many sort of issues, integrating these things and understanding that financial stability in a home is basic. And we need the policies, particularly at a federal level, to support low and middle income families to achieve that American dream, to go up the ladder, to achieve social mobility.
I want to take a moment to applaud the Asset Building Policy Network and NALCAB for helping develop strategies to inform minority communities how asset building can move families beyond the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. Thank you for bringing your collective efforts to our wonderful city. Mil gracias.